Good morning. Edition of Morning Brew, but Black. You know, I like to always bring in another platform and another audience just for the live participation portion of it all. How you guys doing this morning? We got a lot to get into. We really do. We really do. So let's start with our morning brew, but Black. You know, my version of how and my take on how things is really going down in our layman terms and language, right? All right. All right. Make sure we got the hair out the mouth. Make sure that we got the information ready for our people. Yes. Let's go on and move them back. And let's bring in our wonderful community. See what's going on. All right. Okay. And we are live in 2, 1. Good morning. Good morning and welcome to another edition of Morning Brew but Black. Please forgive me if I don't get to my comments because I am on a tangent this morning. I need to get this information out. Yes, I am the Black Girl Magic Master herself, Chiquila. Yes, I am pursuing my doctorate in business administration. Let's just cut the small talk and let's get straight to what's going on and what's brewing this morning's best. Good morning, you guys. I missed y'all. I hope y'all been making money. I hope y'all been setting up and stacking money because it's time to stack money. It is so time to stack money. Let me tell you, the markets are going crazy globally, but the US dollar, as always, is still remaining strong. So let's get into some more of today's morning brew. In case you were not wondering, like I said, rising commodity prices and a slowing growth due to the war in the Ukraine equal bad news for stocks. All right, so stocks are falling again, and they fell yesterday. And if there's anyone getting a boost from the surging oil prices, it's basically the energy companies as usual. Have you seen the gas prices? Have you seen the gas prices? Have you seen the gas prices? So what I'm going to tell y'all that is that tomorrow the consumer price index is expected to go up tomorrow. The consumer price index is expected to rise to 7.8%. Now, remember in other videos I showed you how that looks with your wallet. Hello there. Hi everyone. Good morning. Listen, it is what? The 9th of March, in case y'all needed to know that as well. Listen, the U.S. and the Russian energy situation, let me just break it down for you. Okay, President Biden announced yesterday that the U.S. would ban imports on Russian oil, natural gas, and other energy sources in order to inflict more economic and, there's more economic damage on the Russian economy, right? Because for its unprovoked invasion of Ukraine, and this is why we're doing this. Basically, Biden said we will not be part of the subsidizing Putin's war, Biden said, and that's why he's going ahead and banning the imports on Russian oil. Russia is the third largest oil producer in the world, behind the U.S. and Saudi Arabia. Its energy exports are one of the few economic lifelines it has left following a tidal wave of other sanctions. The move represents a turning point in the financial war against Russia. Okay, you guys, for a couple of reasons. It will have direct implications and direct impacts on Americans. Less oil supply, higher oil prices, higher gas prices, and higher gas prices are certainly upon us. The average price per gallon in the U.S. has hit a record of $4.17 yesterday, up 55 cents in just 1 week. And it's likely to surge even more before it gets better. Biden admitted that this decision, it is not going to be without a cost here at home. And basically, if the price of oil, let me see, what's the price of oil currently? Because what's been going on is that it's been trading at about $110 a barrel last that I checked. And at $110 a barrel, we are paying about $4.17 average at the gas pump. It has been told to us financial managers that they will be going up to about $150 a barrel to $200 a barrel. So do you know how much gas you'll be paying here in America soon? If you don't like this $4.17 average, guess what? You will really look back on these days like these were the good old days, because the barrels and the prices of gas are going up, and the oil companies, they do not care. They're going to get their money. They're going to get their money. Like I said, I'm watching the current Bloomberg stock indices, and right now I'm looking at the Nikkei, the Shanghai. I'm looking at the Nifty. Let's see what's going on. China's metal producer basically warned of a potential loss from hedging in nickel future markets. Now, I was just telling my mom, because she's the only one that listened to me rant about futures and what we should be investing our money in. But I told my mom, I said, Mom, if I was the person running Intel, if they picked me to run the Intel warehouse here in Ohio, one of the first things that I would do is I would locate my little self, and I would make some kind of arrangements with the Canadian nickel deposits close to Ontario, because I'm going to need them a lot, right? And then next thing you know, here goes nickel crashing in China. So now nickel was busting the seams here in America. So I wish that I had invested in that nickel. Just talking to my mom on Sunday, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna trust my own situation. Heating gas, natural gas is $4.51. Heating oil, let's see what's going on. Why are we going to Poland and Romania to discuss next steps in Ukraine? Gold, silver, copper is down. Aluminum is up. Did y'all see the price of aluminum? $3,536. Woo! Shut. Why did we invest in aluminum? Soybeans are worth $1,702 a share. Soybeans, wheat, $1,249 a share. That's wheat. Oh my God. Oh my God. The US dollar is strong. Now, do y'all know what the consumer price index is? That's everything that we buy as consumers. It goes into like a little basket, and they basically add that stuff up, and they tell us how much it's costing us. The U.S. inflation data to capture pre-war prices rather than peak. There's going to be a lot of noise in the next 6 months, going to be extremely difficult to disentangle the Omar Sharif founder, the basically inflation insights. If you thought it was difficult to figure out what used gas prices were going, whether that was transitory, multiply that by 1,000. Oh God. If you thought it was difficult to get gas, oh my God, U.S. inflation data to capture pre-war prices rather than peak. Okay, listen, I did not want to be the bearer of doom and gloom today, but Ukraine stokes Chernobyl's concern via the radiation warning. Oh my God. It's double trouble at the U.S. pumps as diesel prices peak with gasoline. Oh my God. Mexico's inflation quickens past forecast as the Federal Reserve hike looms. So Mexico was going crazy. Oh my goodness. Any good news? Shopify to expand shipping ease with Shippo in European markets. Disney to hold annual meeting amid Don't Say Gay bill outcry. What is going on in Florida? Oh my God. Nickel trade. It falls silent in throwback to LME's darkest days. Wow. Apple may be challenged by Aramco, the world's most valuable firm. Oh, Aramco is the world's most valuable firm, and Apple may be challenged by them. The ruble reopens with a slump as traders price increase isolation. Oh my goodness. The new Airbus jet flew to Russia with Ukraine invasion underway. What the hell? Oh my God. Huge Russian rate hike doesn't prompt Kazakhstan to follow along. Surge in market inflation expectations brings hawkish ECB risks. Ukraine update. Zelensky says evacuations are underway near Kyiv. Oh, the diesel market hit by wild volatility on Russian uncertainty. Uber's Kareem seeks $500 million from Abu Dhabi in Saudi funds. U.S. futures, oh my God, it's not looking good because of oil license and oil losses. Rates are putting cap on stocks. Coca-Cola and Empirical Brands, they join firms in halting Russia operation along with PayPal, McDonald's, and everybody else. Everybody is hauling ass out of Russia. But this whole Chernobyl thing and this whole radiation thing, this is real. This is real. Yo, we need to get this Russian. Listen, Ukraine has informed IAE of power loss at Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Violates key safety pillar on ensuring uninterrupted power supply. In this case, the IAEE. Oh my God. Yo, we got more problems than money right now. The radiation in Chernobyl and what's going on. And is that really, that fire, was that really distant at a training camp? Okay, NASDAQ 100 contracts jumped as much as 2.1% and by 448 this morning. While the S&P futures gained 1.7%, the underlying benchmark sank to Tuesday to its lowest. Oh my God. U.S. futures extend gains as the dip buyers return to risk assets. Global equity markets have slumped this year as Russian invasion on Ukraine sent energy prices soaring, adding fears of even higher inflation at a time when economic growth was beginning to slow, and we still have the COVID variants. Father God. Okay, Bitcoin jumped above $42,000 amid a sharp rally in digital tokens yesterday, and it was spurred by the optimism about the impending U.S. overhaul of crypto oversight that Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen called historic. So United States is about to do the crypto thing. We're getting into the game. Oh my God, Bitcoin tops. Okay. It unveils the benign crypto oversight. Okay, Biden unveils benign crypto oversight. We going crypto, America. Okay, y'all did it. Oh my God, the power of the people. Crypto has no other intrinsic value than the fact that y'all won it. And now America's about to do the damn crypto thing. We about to lock it down. Now we about to get this together. Okay, President Joe Biden will sign an executive order later on Wednesday, which mandates government agencies to take a look at. Damn, I missed it, y'all, because I was talking to y'all. Okay, war sanctions perplexing government decrees are disrupted payment chains and leaving investors in Russian bonds scratching their heads. Okay, I can only imagine. Will Russian bonds default? There's a debate about that. Quick take. I think that the Russian bonds will default. I mean, just my personal thing, you know. I mean, listen, there's no equilibrium in this oil market. Oh my God, y'all, it's about to get really bad. Y'all think y'all paying some money for oil right now? Psh. And this is why President Obama and Biden was trying to get us off of this whole fossil fuel situation. But you got people like Joe Manchin, who is probably sitting in his chair right now like, oh, he probably pumped it a mug. Oh my God, what's going on? The Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky said civilians are escaping towns around Kyiv after Russia agreed to open some humanitarian situations up. Russia is at risk of an imminent bond default. This is because Fitch ratings have warned this, citing that the country's economic isolation, while Starbucks Corporation and Coca-Cola joined the steady stream of companies suspending operations, are basically pulling out of Russia. So, the U.S. and the U.K. announced import curbs on Russian oil while Putin signed an order restricting trade in unspecified goods and raw materials. What is really going on, y'all? If you're just now joining my page, let me tell you something. I am into the financial indices and what's going on in the global market. I teach minority finance to small businesses who do not otherwise understand what all that shit means. Listen, I done learned the language of money and I am able to translate it. But right now in real time, we are watching the money markets because I think y'all need to hear what's going globally, not just what's going on here in America. Shit is going down. So please forgive me if I don't get to my comments, but good morning, my book of butts. Good morning. Listen, let's get back to what's going on in the headline top news. China 3 Gorgeous says to weigh 2 billion Brazil unit IPO. So the Chinese state-owned company has held talks to buy something for about $2 billion. Okay. The rubble reopens with slumps as trader price increase isolation. The rubble slumped as local traders got their first glance this week to react to the fresh slew of negative developments for Russia, including curbs on one of the nation's key export earners. Market turmoil unleashed by Russia. This is what's going on. The currency was down 11% at 117,000 per dollar, taking its drop this year to almost 40%, far worse retreat globally. So the ruble reopens and it is doing so damn terrible. It is doing so damn terrible. It's far worse. It's far worse than what we thought. Okay, so also the Mideast friends turn foes, seek to make up in shadow of war. The presidents of Turkey and Israel will aim to build a nascent thaw in relations in Ankara on Wednesday as Russia's invasion of Ukraine provides the latest geopolitical situation. But Herzog spent decades in politics and diplomatic knowledge he cloaked up gives him experience that are rare in the current Israeli government. So what the hell is going on with that? Whoa, come on. Top news on Bloomberg. Yes, I'm sorry. If you're just joining me, I am watching the top news on Bloomberg Indices, and I'm relaying that information to you in real time. Russia tests Asia's buyers and metals with first LNG tender since the war. Russia's Sakhalin Energy offered its first spot liquefied natural gas cargo to Asia since the country's situation. The company released sales tender offering a cargo for late April loading from the Sakhalin 2 project just north of Japan, according to traders with knowledge of the matter. Despite surging prices driven by events in Europe, some traders expect limited interest as importers have avoided Russian shipments since the invasion. Okay, top news. Venezuela releases 2 U.S. political prisoners after talk. Venezuela governor released 2 political prisoners Tuesday after it held a round meeting with members of the administration of United States President Joe Biden to discuss lifting oil sanctions. President Nicolas Maduro released Gustavo Cardenas, and a U.S. citizen and former executive and the decision followed a surprise visit from the U.S. officials on Saturday in which they discussed a potential waiver of some sanctions. Did y'all know that? Y'all didn't know that? Whoa, Venezuela, the decision. Okay, so this is top news, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm giving it to you fresh right now. So Hong Kong indefinitely postpones mass testing plan, because they had a plan to mass test the whole population. So Hong Kong planned to test the entire population for coronavirus in March, and it has indefinitely postponed it, and it prioritizes vaccinating its elderly, who is basically being big babies. All right. The shift away from the mass testing follows suggestions from some people, a seasoned epidemiologist who has overseen China's COVID response and now advising Hong Kong, and Lam's comments closely echoed his language several times throughout the briefing, including around the need for the city to not lie flat in the face of this situation. Gold fell from near a 19-month high as risk sentiments improved, despite ongoing concerns that the fallout from Russia's invasion of Ukraine will further fuel inflation and hurt economies. Okay, so gold drops from 19-month high as risk sentiments improve, right? So the European stocks and U.S. futures climbed on Wednesday, the day after the S&P tumbled to a 9-month low on the worries that energy prices may extend gains. You know what I'm saying? Basically, we about to pay a lot of money to do any traveling in America this summer. And y'all know we love to travel. We already probably got our plans ready. We already probably got our hotels and everything set. But y'all have not factored in the fact that we're going to be paying about $15 a gallon for gas. Did y'all factor that in? I hope y'all did. But if not, you know what I'm saying? Oh, let me fix my shirt. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, Diamond is excited today. She is excitable. So now that we got a little bit of a commercial break, you know what I'm saying? I am not, Hey, babies. Hey, babies. Listen, so let's get into it. Let me fix my outfit, though. You know what I'm saying? Because this shirt has no buttons. So if I pop this, y'all, they gonna ban me again. I'm gonna get banned again, like I just got banned the last time. Yeah, I'm banned permanently from going live because of my boobies. Literally, I had an account that just got banned about 2 weeks ago. I'm trying to be nice. I done dressed the girls up. I done covered them. Damn it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They have a mind of their own, honest and truly, you know what I'm saying? But I do have a special product that I do put on them. And if y'all want to know more about my special product that I sell, okay, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna tell you about it. But I have some special products. Just if y'all want to know how I get my chest to look so good, you know what I'm saying? Hit your girl up. I'll tell you about it. I got some anyway. Let's get back into today's top news. U.S. futures as a situation. Buoyed by the dip buying, oil loses steam and markets wrap. The governor declares war on Nigeria's $7 billion oil theft. What the hell happened in Nigeria? $7 billion oil theft? A governor declares war on Nigeria's $7 billion oil theft. I don't even know what the hell that means. Okay, American and European students in Russia are desperate to leave. No doubt, no doubt. I would suspect they would be desperate to leave. You know what I'm saying? The U.S. inflation data to capture pre-war prices. Okay. I mean, we were dealing with COVID and businesses shutting down and, you know, all kinds of health things. I don't know if that's a good thing. Double trouble at U.S. pumps as diesel peaks along with the gas prices. And remember, I told y'all that Mexico's inflation, it basically is growing really fast. It is growing really fast because of the Fed hike that is presumed that's coming down. I mean, because the Fed hike was presumed not to go no more than 50 basis points. But I'm going to tell you right now, tomorrow, the consumer price index will be released. Okay. We're expected to be at 7.8%. That means all the stuff that Americans are buying, I'm talking about if y'all all buying up all the goddamn bacon, bacon's going to go up by 7.8% on average. You know what I'm saying? Now, remember, I showed y'all how to calculate consumer price index. We will have to do that at another time, or y'all going to have to just go to my YouTube channel and learn how to do it yourself. All right, now let's talk about it because Italy's economy could face a 0.7 percentage point hit. Did you hear me? I want y'all to understand that it's not just going down here in America, but in Italy, literally, it is presumed that their economy could face a 0.7 percentage points. Oh my God. And that's a hit because of this war. It says Russia should prioritize its wheat supplies because they're not going to have any. Anyway, it says soaring sandwich costs hit the UK workers that are returning to office. Soaring sandwich costs because, like I said, wheat and all that stuff is going up. The surge in market inflation expectations, it brings a hawkish ECB production. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That's the European central banks. The ECB, listen, what I'm talking about. There's central banks in every country, and they're the ones that's holding all this inflation data. They're the ones that's the most nervous, right? Because, like I said, you think because you have loans and borrow and you got bad credit that you're doing something bad. That's how you do business. That's what banks do. Everybody has bad credit. Back to this news. U.S. futures, like I said, there was a governor that declared war on Nigeria's $7 billion oil theft. What in the world is going on? You know what I'm saying? Now, let's look at the global aggregate of everything. All right. So, one-day returns are down 0.66%. Year-to-date returns are down negative 4.6. Oh, my God. But let's see what's going on. Yields are up at 2.48. Okay. As of March 8th, Okay. What yields though? U.S. high yield. U.S. corporates. All right. We're having some problems in the corporate world right now, but trust me, they're gonna let out. They're gonna figure it out. Okay. And I'm watching the Bloomberg indices. I pretty much go to sleep to this, wake up to this, I eat to this, I drink to this, because I tell you, if you want to know how the world is really doing, look at how they're handling the money situation. And that's what I'm doing. U.S. mortgages are down. U.S. municipals are down. Damn. As of right now, y'all. 29 basis points for U.S. mortgage. Damn. And we were saying we weren't even going to hit 50. Listen, we're going to probably hit more than 50. I just want y'all to know right now. That's how I'm feeling right now. U.S. treasuries, down. U.S. tips. Okay, we're heading steady. We're holding steady. Global treasuries are down. U.S. dollar and emerging markets are down. Damn it. Okay. Woo, 372 spread base points for the U.S. dollar in emerging markets? Jesus. Okay, Jamie Rubin, the son of a billionaire property investor David Rubin, has been considering an offer for Chelsea Football Club. The storied London franchise put up for sale by Russian oligarch Roman Abramovich, according to the people familiar with the matter. Jamie Rubin, the son of the billionaire property investor David Rubin, he wants to buy it. Rubin has been holding early talks about making a potential bid on a personal basis and could tap his family's expensive wealth to help fund a deal, said the people who asked not to identified as the deliberations are private. But Jamie Rubin is said to consider the bid for the Chelsea Football Club. Y'all ain't ready. Brothers Simon and David Rubin owned about 10% of Newcastle United, the Premier League football club that was recently bought for £350 million, $400 million in America, by consortium led by Saudi Arabian public investment funds, right? Okay. All right. Coca-Cola, Imperial Brands join firms halting Russia operations. McDonald's Corporation, Coca-Cola Company, PayPal Holdings Incorporated are temporarily halting operations in Russia, joining and lengthening the list of businesses that are cutting ties with the Russian situation. International sanctions and the closure of the airspace and transport links due to the war. And the financial restrictions and the SWIFT and capital controls have made it difficult, if not possible, for many companies to supply parts, make payments, and deliver goods to Russia. So they're out. The route reversed 3 decades of investments there by foreign businesses after the Soviet Union broke apart in 1991, especially in energy. And now Putin wants to go back to pre-1991, and he will have it. The CVC is said to weigh options for funeral provider Nirvana Asia. CVC Capital Partners is weighing options for Nirvana Asia Ltd, including a sale that could give the bereavement service company an enterprise value of close to $2 billion, according to people with knowledge of the matter. Woo, valued at $2 billion, bereavement. The buyout firm is working with the financial advisor on a strategic review, said the people who asked not to be identified of this process is private, but deliberations are still ongoing and there's no guarantee that the CVC will proceed with the deal. In trying to buy this funeral service provider, which is interesting. Ukraine, a cut power cable leading to Ukraine's defunct nuclear power plant in Chernobyl prompted officials on Wednesday to warn of potential safety risk. A cut power cable leading to Ukraine's defunct nuclear power plant in Chernobyl prompted officials to do this warning. The 2,600 square kilometer, 1 mile Chernobyl exclusion zone site of the deadly 1986 meltdown also houses a nuclear waste facility where spent fuel from the Ukraine reactors is encased for safe long-term storage. The Chernobyl site has emergency diesel generators with enough fuel to back up critical systems for 48 hours. The national nuclear regulators and state inspectors for the nuclear regulations of Ukraine said this in a subsequent statement. The more radical members of Chile's constitutional convention, they need to go back to the drawing board if they want some of the proposals to get through votes of the plenary, says Gaspar Dominguez, the vice president of the convention, because Chile's radicals get a warning to tone down constitutional proposal. Okay? Constituents at committee levels need to be able to rewrite the proposal to obtain 103 votes at the convention's floor. Otherwise, the proposal will be definitely rejected, Dominguez had to tell these people. The plenary threw out all of the suggestions so far. Okay, America and European students are stuck in Russia. Basically, Gus Peterson's journey out of Russia involved 5 flights, including 2 scrapped after booking coverage nearly 6,000 miles, 3-hour train ride, and a half-mile walk across the border to Estonia. Until last week, this was not a problem. His long journey home illustrates the unexpected path that foreign students, particularly from Europe and the United States, as Russia's invasion of Ukraine escalates, upending academic bonds formed over decades. It's just bad. AT&T Incorporated and Discovery Incorporated kicked off marketing on a bond sale that is expected to be one of the largest offerings ever as they seek to find their media business combination. The two companies are selling bonds in as many as 11 parts, according to a person with knowledge of the matter. AT&T Discovery start Mega Bowl sale in test of the uneasy market. The offering could be around $25 billion, according to a person familiar with the matter. Come on, AT&T. What the hell? That sounds like a monopoly to me. Holy Mammoth Revival attracts millions from a venture capitalist, Paris Hilton. Okay, a Dallas company trying to use ancient genetic materials to create modern-day version of the woolly mammoth, a guest aimed at fighting climate change and advancing healthcare, has raised $75 million from venture capitalists. Wow. Harvard University Genesis George Church and technology entrepreneur Ben Lamb launched Colossal Biosciences in September with $15 million in their own seed funding. I'm all on mammoth, said Lamb, seeking. Okay, so they're trying to get the woolly mammoth situation popping. Okay, this is going to hold an annual meeting amid the Say Gay bill outcry. Walt Disney Company will hold its annual meeting of shareholders Wednesday as the company finds itself in the focus controversy over the silence regarding the Florida law prohibiting teachers from discussing sexual orientation in schools. Florida state senators on Tuesdays passed the bill, which critics call Don't Say Gay, because it bans school districts from encouraging classroom discussion about sexual or gender identity and primary grade levels. So this is still going to hold their annual meeting amid this Don't Say Gay outcry. Disney's chief executive officer Bob Chapek on Monday told employees that while he and the company leadership support gay, lesbian, transgender employees, they don't think it's a good idea for the company to take any political positions. That's what Disney has said. Increase its key interest for the first time. Okay. Monetary Policy Committee raised 2%. Harvesh. Who is these people? Moratorious, or whatever. Uber Kareem. Okay, well, come on now. So we done caught up on today's news. Now let's get back to the morning brew and let's see what's going on with it. Okay, so we were talking about the impact on Americans. Okay, so less oil supply, higher oil prices. higher gas prices, and higher gas prices are basically certainly upon us, right? So the average price per gallon in the U.S. hit a record of $4.17 yesterday, and that is likely to surge even more before it gets better. And this is what our President Biden has admitted to us. While Western countries have been more in harmony than Tufts Tufts a cappella group, in applying other sanctions against Russia, Europe did not join the U.S. In immediately issuing or banning Russian energy exports. The U.K. will fully wind down Russian oil imports by the end of the year, though, and the EU said that it will shrink its Russian gas imports by 2/3 over the same time frame. Now, Biden's not mad about it, so because he said Europeans' reluctance to institute an immediate ban is understandable given the continent's proximity and dependence on the Russian oil situation. He said we can take this step when others cannot. And that's why Biden is like, Biden said, referring to the fact that Russia only accounted for 3% of the U.S.'s crude oil imports in 2020, as opposed to 25% of the EU. So, we kind of understand what y'all going on. So what's now, while the stock to the U.S. oil supply won't be catastrophic, the Biden administration will still look to plug the gap. So expect U.S. oil production to ramp up production, and another more controversial plan is in the works to bring oil from two heavily sanctioned nations, Venezuela, we were just talking about that, and Iran. What? A U.S. delegation traveled to Venezuela, you guys, last weekend to have a chat about this. And a new Iran nuclear deal could be agreed to shortly, right? Just to boost the Iran's oil exports. They are, listen, there's no honor among thieves. There just isn't. All right, so let's zoom out, okay? So Europe's inability to ban Russia and oil and gas has been a come to Jesus moment that it needs to wean itself off of, okay? It's y'all are addicted to Russian energy, and y'all had all those oligarchs playing in your little playground of obsess. But yesterday, the EU drew up a goal to completely stop buying Russia's fossil fuels by when? Not 2025, but 2030. I mean, at least they're moving in the right direction, right? So let's tour the floor of the other world headlines, shall we? All right, what we got else? What we got going on in the world? Oh, okay. Apple held its first launch event of the year. It offered no reason to go camp in line at your local Apple store, though. But the announcement did include a new iPad Air, a Mac Studio desktop, which is worth $1,500. It has a 27-inch monitor, and $429 iPhone SE. What else? Over in streaming, Apple TV Plus struck a deal with the Major League Baseball League to air Friday night regular season games and a 24/7 live stream program whenever baseball does return, because baseball did not come to an agreement on that. Also, iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro are getting a green colorway, which Tim Cook seems to really be stuck. He's like pumped about this. So Tim Cook is pumped about this new iPhone situation he got going on, but whatever. Did you know that most Russians support the war in Ukraine? 58% of Russian people approve of President Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine, while 23% oppose it, according to a poll that was taken by an independent survey research organization last week. That result is flipped for young people ages 18 to 24 in that group. 39% of the young people are opposed to the operation, and 29% are for it. The reason for that is because Russia has banned, he does not call it a war in Ukraine. He says that Ukraine is basically them, and been out there being mean to other people. And so the people in Russia are getting fake and false news. And so for me to read that situation, I'm wondering, like, what's wrong with my news people? Like, y'all know that's some old fake ass news. Why would we be reporting this? But just so that y'all got clarity on it, listen, Russia is not telling its people that they are at war. They're telling people that they are going to stop them from an invasion. They're telling their people that they are literally trying to protect some people from the Ukrainians. Like, for real. Like, for real, for real. That's what they're doing. So do not be alarmed by those stats that I just ran off. Also, South Korea's Squid Game elections is today. I'm sorry. The country's presidential election earned its Netflix inspired nickname after the two leading candidates. Okay, because come on, what's going on now? Y'all remember now? Listen, okay, let me finish this. Okay, after the two leading candidates, Lee Jae-myung and Yoon Suk-yeol, spent months calling each other names, digging up scandals, and filing lawsuits against each other. Okay. The race is extremely tight, and many speculate that the loser will be incarcerated. Real fucking talk. Oh my God. But the winner won't be getting out of jail free card either. Literally, the winner will not be getting a get out of jail free card either. They'll face a rough start trying to reboot one of the world's biggest economies and contending with hostile neighbor up north in North Korea. You know, Mr. Jung-il, who I thought was dead. Yo, I mean, am I the only one that was getting news that your boy was having some situations when COVID hit? I was like, oh my God, they done created unless they done created a whole new Kim Jong-un and the dude is not even the one we thought. But anyway, these are my conspiracy theories. It's not that of TikTok or nobody else. Let's get back into the morning brew. All right. So America, like I said, heads for the Russian exit doors. You know what I'm saying? Three of the most American brands that you could think of. They just pulled their iconic yellow out, you know what I'm saying? Pulled their iconic yellow arches, their frappuccinos, and their soda drinking polar bears out of Russia. We had to get ghosts. Basically, Starbucks and Coca-Cola said yesterday they would temporarily end all business in the country, and McDonald's, which had come to symbolize Russia's opening to the world. Um, After the post Soviet Union situation. Now it is McLeaving. It is McLeaving as well. All three brands. party dress. Hello. I get all my news from Morning Brew and from Bloomberg Indices. I do not misinform anyone. I'm just reading. I'm just a messenger. They blocked my live. We'll be back soon. Hello. I get all my news from Morning Brew and from Bloomberg Indices. I do not misinform anyone. I'm just reading. I'm just a messenger. They blocked my live. We'll be back soon. Hello. I get all my news from Morning Brew and from Bloomberg Indices. I do not misinform anyone. I'm just reading. I'm just a messenger. They blocked my live. We'll be back soon. Hello. So that's just what happens from Morning Brew when people are literally tripping. Well, we're going to keep going, YouTube, because that's what we do. All right. So now that we have that little small service agreement, I do not misinform. All right. There you go. I do not misinform. I do have haters, though. And that is crazy. So anyway, so let's continue on with today's news because we got more news to get into. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I am like the number one bullseyes on my back. Oh, what was this? Who was this? I just okay, sweet. Okay, sweet. All right, now let's go back to today's news, y'all, because it really is going down. All right. So what's up with Pepsi? Well, it said yesterday it'll stop selling its beverages in Russia and halt all capital investment, advertisement, and promotional activities, but will continue selling essentials like milk. Meanwhile, some multinationals plan to stop selling its beverages in Russia and halt capital investments, advertising, and promotional activities, but will continue to sell essentials like milk. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So what's up with Pepsi? All right, meanwhile, some multinationals plan to stick it out. Japan-based clothing brand Uniqlo said it wouldn't shut down any of its 49 stores in the country because even though founder Tadashi Yanni is opposed to war, he told a Japanese newspaper, clothing is a necessity of life. Basically, it is an essential worker. He's basically running a list of which retailers have preferred pause, who have pressed pause in Russia. You know what I'm saying? All right, so that is kind of crazy. Now, let's talk about what's going on with some key performance indicators. There's a statistic that I hope you don't know anyone who's shorting nickel futures, because one Chinese firm that did, the Singhane Holding Group, took a paper loss of $8 billion on Monday, per the Wall Street Journal. Nickel prices shot up as much as 250% in 2 days due to concerns over Russia's supply, and that's simply too much volatility for investors to handle. The London Metal Exchange suspended nickel trading through the rest of the week. Wow. Okay. Here's a quote of the week. We are sorry. See, Shell apologized for buying Russian oil last Friday, admitting we are acutely aware that our decision was not the right one. The UK-based company said it would stop buying Russian crude immediately and close down all of its service stations in that country. A good read is how a YouTube channel is transforming a remote village in Bangladesh. You need to read that. And something that they were asking is that Morning Brew wants to know, are you planning to cut back on driving due to the rise in gas prices? And they want you to vote on their voting poll, which I'm gonna put the link in. I'm gonna put the link to this Morning Brew in this YouTube video. What else is brewing before we let you go? Elon Musk asked a judge to throw out a settlement Tesla reached with the SEC in 2018 that required him to get some tweets pre-approved. Speaking of, did his Falcon 9 ever reach that moon? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, it's supposed to be there by March 4th. Anybody check into that for me. Anyway, the U.S. rejected a surprise announcement by Poland to hand over a MiG-29 fighter jet for Ukraine to use, saying that the plan could potentially spark a broader conflict with Russia. We just didn't want to do that. Then you have Better.com, the online mortgage company that infamously fired 900 employees over Zoom last year, has now laid off more than 1/3 of its workforce, about 3,000 jobs. All right. And while the war in Ukraine is a critical moment for crypto, why is a war a critical moment for crypto? All I know is that the U.S. has just announced that we're about to go ahead and join that crypto situation. And lastly, NFL news. Seattle quarterback Russell Wilson is reportedly being traded to the Denver Broncos. And Aaron Rodgers said that he'll return to the Green Bay Packers. I'm a Packers fan, and we're going to end this on this note. This love, peace, and hair grease. This has been another wonderful edition of Morning Brew, but black. And we went through it, and y'all see me go through it, and y'all already know I'm going through it. Time to go get the hair rocked one more time. I hope y'all have a really wonderful and productive day. That way you pass out at night. That is always what we want. All right, y'all. Love y'all. See y'all in the next one. Be good. Love each other. And if you pray, you don't got to worry about a damn thing. You heard me? You heard me?